right, once again, welcome into Buffs Prime Time with head coach Deion, Coach Prime Sanders. Colorado Buffaloes coming off a 35-21 loss to TCU last week. Another game in which they had a 14-point lead, and now get ready to take on Iowa State this weekend at 1:30.
Thank you for the intro.
I know.
Another game where they had a 14-point lead and blew it. Thank you for the intro, man. I appreciate
I was just setting the table,
I
Coach.
appreciate you.
You know.
It.
Listen.
It's the Last Supper, the way you set that table.
Listen, nobody keeps it real more than you. That's all I was trying to do.
Keep it a buck. I love it.
Hey, first off, tell everyone. Everyone's concerned about you. How you feeling?
I'm a little sore today.
Yeah.
The second day is always much more sore than the first day because you still have some of the medication left inside you from the first day. So I'm a little sore today. So I mainly was on the cart, coaching from the cart today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But all good. I mean, you looked when he came in.
All good. Yeah, good.
How was and I loved how you put that in the press conference. How was the Snoop Dogg when he got there?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
When you said that, I about fell off my chair.
It was so funny because, Pac-Man's like my son.
Yes.
And he was sitting right there, too. And I told the anesthesiologist, I said, look, now, if you don't give me the right amount of Snoop Dogg, I'm sure he has something on him right now.
That is outstanding.
Right. That's outstanding.
Oh, man. But what? So you're going to be fine for Saturday?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not running out. I'm just, I'm not running out. I'm walking out this time. So don't expect to run out.
Probably going to kind of saunter on out.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna kind of walk out.
Yeah, I like
it.
Like
the old Ralphie.
Yeah, everyone's been concerned. Like the old Ralphie. That's good. Everyone's been concerned about you. So I'm glad it's going well.
I really do.
We
have some great fans, great supporters, well wishes from Miss Peggy. Everybody has reached out. So I thank everybody.
Aren't you just blessed? I mean, Miss Peggy is a saint for goodness sake, right?
I love her to life. Yeah. She's been a blessing to me since the day I arrived.
Yeah. Have I ever told you the great? And I know we're kind of just reminiscing, two guys here. Have I ever told you the great story about her and her sister? Now you didn't know her sister; she had passed before you got here. But after I got here and I lived up in the mountains, and we have a basketball game, we had a snowstorm that night. And the next game, they pulled me aside and they said, "What did you do after the game? How did you get home?" And I said, "Well, I just drove." And they made me promise that if we ever had a snowstorm the night of a basketball game, that I would come and sleep on their couch.
Wow.
Yeah. My only regret in life is that I didn't do it. Can you imagine what that would have been like the next morning?
Yeah. I guarantee you they'd took care of you. You had all kind of blankets.
Pancakes.
Oh, my God.
Eggs.
Yeah.
The whole thing would have been awesome. Yeah.
And coffee.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And prayer.
No doubt about that with those
two.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. We're so blessed to have them. All right, hey, this week, you talked on Tuesday a little bit about you could sense the frustration in your team, and you said that's a good thing.
It's a good thing because they really want to win. They really are upset with the way things are transpiring, and that's a great thing because you want guys that really care. And let me tell you something about that offensive line. You're going to talk to Gunner in a bit, but these guys are going at it, man.
Yeah, they are.
Like they are, running, passing. I think we had 100 yards for fifth straight time or whatever, something unheard of in my regime.
Yep.
It's wonderful, but these guys are working their butts off in practice as well.
Yeah. When you go back and look at the game, and
you get mad.
You get mad.
You get mad.
But this team, as you were talking about the other day, it's competitive, but it's making those mistakes. They always say about in games, you want to make plays to win games. You don't want to make plays that lose games, right? And that's what you do.
You got to think about to have an opportunity to win that game, and you have 4 turnovers. That says a lot. That you're there. But you just got to get it together. And, I know people say, it don't make no sense. Yes, it does. To still be in that game with 4 turnovers mean you really got something special. But it's a couple pieces you need to fine-tune and you need to fix. Yeah. Because if you don't fix those, nothing positive is going to happen. And you have the personnel to do so.
Because somebody jumped me the other day. I was talking about this very thing, and this guy blasted me on social media, as people tend to do, about that's just an excuse. And my point is, no, that's not an excuse. There are different kinds of losses.
Yeah.
You could beat 52-7, right? There's no doubt about that.
Right.
That's a no-doubter. You're in this ball game. I once saw that by the time you have 4 turnovers in a game, your chance of winning is like 8%.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's virtually nothing. And yet here you were at the end of the ball game.
Having to make a decision on 4th down.
Right.
Do we go or do we put the defense out there who had been stepping it up and they get it back to us and we got another opportunity? Like to have to make that decision with around 3 minutes left, that's a big decision. And you start thinking about, okay, Because if you go for it right then and you don't get it, it's over.
Yeah.
Game's over. You really want to give the opportunity to the other team to make a mistake in that
Sure.
time of the game, and you're thinking all these thoughts, and you got to hurry up. You got to hurry up. How we feel about this? How we feel about this run?
Right.
How we feel about this pass? We don't feel good about it? Okay, let's punt.
Yeah.
So those decisions are made expeditiously.
So does all we're talking about give you optimism about this team?
Yeah. I mean, you upset because you're underachieving, but you know what you're capable of. You're just a little bit away. And, come on, man. We know what time it is. We ain't crazy.
Yeah.
You're that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just tough to stomach after.
Almost definitely.
When you're a competitor. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
At the end of the first half, you're up 14-0. Now it's 14-14. You come down, you
and
get it.
You wonder, how is it 14-14? How is it 14-14? You just a blink of eye is 14-14. How in the world is it 14-14?
Mistake.
But it can't be that.
Yes.
Those are the type of things that cannot happen in a game.
Right.
When you're getting the ball at halftime. After halftime, you're getting the football. You're going to come out. You already got several plays, 14, 15 plays scripted that you should be able to go down the field and put up more points.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yet it's 14-14. You go down, and you've got it first and goal.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there, and
yeah,
goes back the other way.
Yeah. Yes, that's tough.
Yeah.
Those things right there is when you think violence. you think violence,
Right.
Violent thoughts just come
Yeah.
to your mind.
And your better angels speak to you.
You're like,
when you-
Lord, thank you for being who you are to me, Lord. Because right now, yeah.
Is momentum in a game, Prime, a real thing?
Yeah, it is. I don't know about the terminology momentum, but I would say positive plays. Like consecutive positive plays is tremendous. Like if you ever heard me on the headset, and Ghana could attest to this, I'm always say positive first downs.
Right.
That means 5 yards or more. If we get a positive first downs, and we love statistics. I love statistics.
Yeah.
It really tells you where you are. When we are doing that, it's hard to stop us. When we're positively, or even on a defense, if we're disallowing the opponent to have 5 yards or less on first down, our chances are really, really going to be good by the time they get to third down.
Along the same vein, can somebody learn how to win? Or is that something that's innate?
I don't know if you could learn how to win because it's not like you learn how to lose. It just happens.
Okay.
You just have to place the right amount of people on the field that know how to win.
Yeah.
And they're prepared to make that play when opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
The problem is right now we're doing the things we shouldn't be doing when opportunity presents itself. We have opportunities to win.
Yes.
Opportunity to make plays. I mean, we have guys. I mean, we have opportunities to make plays. We got to make the plays.
Yeah. Because I would think you say you don't learn how to lose. I think I understand what you're saying there. When it begins to happen, that becomes a place, kind of a default setting.
Yeah.
Because making plays to win, as we were talking about last week, having that mentality, that's an uncomfortable place to be.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to have. Like DBs, you got to play to make a play, not play to not to get beat. Same thing with linemen. You got to play to kick butt, not just break even. You don't want to break even in this 33. Now we breaking even. No. You could get penetration. It disrupt the whole darn play. One guy can disrupt the whole play in this game called football.
This weekend, we got a great opportunity here. Iowa State coming to town. 1:30 in the afternoon, huh?
I love it.
Happy about that.
Yeah.
Give us a thought about the Cyclones.
Good team, well coached. They've been rolling. A lot of respect for the head coach. Positive guy. He's been doing it for quite a while. I think 3-time Big 12 Coach of the Year, which is unbelievable, and I have a lot of respect for him. But this team is going to come to play. They're a little banged up as we are as well, and they're not going to lose it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to win it.
Right.
One thing about them, they're disciplined enough that they're not going to lose it, and we got to tighten up on our discipline.
Is there a good time for a bye week? I mean, considering how that injury report looks right now.
There's a good time for a bye week unless you're getting your butt kicked, and then you want to bye.
Right.
Yeah, when you win it, you don't want to buy.
Yeah.
You don't want to buy.
Yeah.
And I feel really good about this game.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
good. Like it. Hey, we're going to have Coach Swayze come in here.
Yeah.
Later on. We're giving Prime a segment off today.
Dang,
with all he's
I
gone through.
appreciate the
Yeah,
segment.
so he's going to do one segment with us, and then we got Gunnar White, and then we got Cy
Gunnar.
Chrysler, and then
Why do you It's so funny when they say Gunner White.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like that.
Right.
Just
Right.
Gunner.
That's right.
Gunner.
Yeah.
Just Gunner.
Exactly.
I don't like that.
And then
This is my guy from Jackson State, by the way.
and then Coach Swayze's coming in. Talk about the difference that guy's made in this program. Huh?
Coach Swayze as well as Gunner. These
Yeah.
guys are the mental toughness. They don't let these guys get away with nothing. They're on their butts. I mean, they are really adamant about consistency and the little things. The little things. They stay on them about the little things. And I love that in the staff, that I don't have to do all the yelling all the time.
I think from the average person out there, people don't understand the importance of that strength coach and what he means to a program.
He means everything. He's the backbone. He's the catalyst. Most of the times, oftentimes, the strength and conditioning team spend more time with the players than the coaches.
Sure they do, yeah.
Yeah, because they have them, they're stretching them, they having them, and first thing in the morning, they have them right after practice. They do a lot with them. They're the one that's getting them off the field, making sure they get on the field. I mean, they do a lot. They have a tremendous role.
You would think maybe the average person kind of thinks, okay, strength coach, yeah, go lift weights.
No, it's bigger than that.
So do you guys sit down and he says, Coach, this is what we want to try and get to, and you say, well, here's our objectives.
Right.
And you collaborate, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's old school, and he's a Florida boy.
Yeah.
So we know each other really well. We've been knowing each other for quite some time. And I love him. I love everything he brings to the table, as well as his staff. And we got to note this. We have two phenomenal women that works with that strength and conditioning staff. I think we may be the only team in the country that has employed two women in the strength and conditioning team. And you talking about they get after it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they don't play.
Yeah. I'm out there. And the fellas, when they say jump, the guys say how high.
Right.
I mean, I'm watching out there.
That's right.
At different times. Well, I'll tell you what. You go ahead and take the next segment off.
I appreciate it.
God bless you, man. I'm glad you're doing
Thank
all right.
you.
Okay?
I appreciate you.
All right. Good luck this weekend.
I want to smile next time we do this, all right?
I won't lead in the same way, I promise. All right. That's Coach Prime. Coming up next, we're going to talk with the aforementioned offensive line coach, Coach Gunner White. After a quick break here on Buzz Prime Time, this is Colorado Football from Learfield. Steve Colorado football is brought to us by the Hilton's on Canyon. Game day in Boulder starts right here. Embassy Suites and Hilton Garden Inn Boulder, official partners of Colorado Athletics. Back on Bus Prime Time, voice of the bus, Mark Johnson here, of the aforementioned Coach Gunner, because Prime didn't want me to say Gunner once. So Coach Gunner, the offensive line coach, run game coordinator, is here talking to us. Your fellas are playing pretty well right now, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
Man.
They're doing what they need to do for the most part. Not perfect by any means, but we're heading in the right direction.
So when you got this group together, we get through spring ball, new guys are coming in, you kind of saw the raw material you had to work with. What were you thinking?
Well, I was pleased with majority of the guys, but then when we got in the summer, we still had to bring some other guys in too.
Okay.
Because when I addressed the room, I said there was 2 starters at the end of spring ball, and that was Jordan and Zai.
Okay.
And then after that, everybody else is up for grabs. But even then, like the guys we brought in, they've been pushing them along too.
Nice.
So it's been good, healthy competition for everybody.
What is this team, this unit doing well right now?
Pass protection is phenomenal. We're getting better and better in the run every game. So we're just heading in the right direction where we need to.
So talk about the difference between those two. Why you see some lines are very good at pass protection, some are good at run blocking, some individuals are that way. Why is that a big difference?
Well, you're going 2 different directions.
Okay.
So some guys are better covering their feet and their hands and hand-eye coordination going backwards than they are getting underneath guys and bending and going forwards on the run. So
well, one's more about bull strength, right, technique, right? One's about your retreating, but you're directing. Is that a fair way of saying it?
Yep, and then getting on the right angles and you're using your leverage in the right way too.
Yeah. What do you look for between an interior offensive lineman and one of the edge guys? What are the different characteristics you look for in those guys? Why are they different?
Mainly on the tackles, it's for length. So that way when you are talking pass protection, like they are the ones that are taking care of the edges. So you want longer edges compared to your interior guys. Interior guys, I want more girth. Now, they can have length too, and they can switch in and out. But interior guys, I want them big and bulky so that way they can solidify that middle in run and pass.
Gotcha. You know, one thing that is interesting, I think, that fans sometimes don't understand is when a sack happens, there are sacks that the offensive line gives up, and there are sacks that the quarterback runs into, right? Help people understand, for example, your guys on the edges, Jordan and your right tackle out there, they're running guys back, right?
Yeah.
Kind of explain what their job is and how the whole process is supposed to work.
So their job is to keep everybody as wide as possible and run them to about 12 yards behind the quarterback.
Okay.
So if you do that, you are doing exactly what you need to do.
All right.
Now, you can see things in the pocket and get scared by some looks, right?
Yeah.
But for us, we've been pretty clean as far as anything that comes inside. And then, too, like the defense could be doing a really good job in covering guys up, and he's got to make something happen and scramble out of the pocket and whatnot. But we have to be on the same page on that, too. But that's why the interior pieces, they're the ones keeping the guys closest to the line and not getting them spread out while the tackles are getting them on the width.
All right.
So that way you can get lanes and escape if you need to.
So as they're holding him up front, the interior, the line, tackles rather are taking it back.
Yep.
That allows that quarterback to step up.
Yep,
and
exactly.
To continue
so
to read.
you create the deep pocket like you need to.
All right. All right. There's an old adage in football, they've always said for years, that the closer to the ball, the smarter the player. Is there a truth in that? Are offensive linemen actually very cerebral players?
They are cerebral, but I wouldn't just point out just the center. Now, granted, the center has a lot of responsibilities in the run and the pass and making the IDs and the combination calls for everybody. But I think overall our entire line is smart. Like that's an intangible that we have to have too, on top of the physical attributes as well.
When they walk up to the line of scrimmage, all right, and you know what the play is, you know what the blocking scheme is at that point in time. Now they're reading. What kind of who's got the responsibility? Who's the vocal one, or are all guys supposed to be vocal? How does it work with your unit?
It starts and ends with the center.
Is that right?
So as soon as he sees it, he sees what type of front it is, how many guys are down on the line, where the backers are based off of what type of play we have, and we ID it from there. So wherever he IDs, that's where everybody knows where to go.
All right. We're going to talk to Zai Chrysler here shortly. Tell me about him.
I love him.
Yeah.
Mississippi guy.
Right.
Like we were talking about earlier, he was raised to exit down from me.
So
I'm from Terria. He's from Crystal Springs. So
Mississippi.
That's right. I'm extremely proud of him. He's doing a phenomenal job, and I'm glad that he chose us to take his last year in college.
Yeah. He's a tough guy, isn't he?
Very tough.
You got to be playing that position.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
mentally and physically.
Yeah. No, he's played outstanding this season.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jordan Seaton is a guy that comes in with a lot of obviously hype coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about his development that you've seen in the couple of years you've been around him.
Well, the difference between the first year and this year is his physical change, right? So he was pretty raw last year when he came to. You know, he not had a bad body, but he wasn't in shape the way that he needed to. Got some time with Swayze, and Swayze really helped him transform, and it didn't take long either.
Right.
He really balled in and did what he needed to do with that. This year is the mental year for him. So he's got to know, you know, with all this notoriety and ability, you have to be able to control it and keep things in your lane. And then year 3, you put all of it together, and then hopefully he's a high-round draft pick out of year 3.
Yeah.
But what the trick is to get the physical and the mental all together, and the faster you do that, the better off you'll be.
You mentioned being from Mississippi. Give us your background a little bit so folks know where you came from and how you got to this point.
So, like playing-wise, coaching-wise?
Sure, yeah. So you're a Mississippi kid.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Yeah, I played high school ball at Terry High School. Went to Hines Community College in Raymond, Mississippi. Then went to Texas Tech for a brief moment. Then came back, sat out of school for 2 years. Went to Jackson State, did my undergrad there, and I volunteered as an equipment manager. And then I worked my way up to student coaching, and then got a job at Belhaven, a Division III school in Jackson. Timmy Chang, he was the offense coordinator at Jackson State. Him and Hal Mummy worked together at SMU. They got connected. I became Hal's offensive line coach there. From there, went to University of Nevada, Reno. I was offensive line GA there for 3 years. From there, I went to the Spring League in Indianapolis. I was the offensive line coach there. And we won the Mega Bowl. It was the championship for that pro league, and it was the one that turned into the UFL.
Right.
And then after Jay Norvell left in Nevada, I got called back, and I was tight ends and O-line coach for the bowl game there, and that's where me and Brett went and got with Coach Prime at Jackson State.
Oh, Jackson,
And then from Jackson State, been the assistant O-line coach until this past year, and been rocking and rolling.
And how many years were you down with Prime at Jackson?
Just one.
Just 1 year.
Yep.
All
From
right.
January till, January when we popped up here.
You know what? Though? That's a great story about how most of the time it works for coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
You grind and grind and grind, and you're the GA, and you're doing this and doing 10 different things and working your way up. And so, did you always know you want to be a coach?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I knew that football was very important to me in my life, and my playing career wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. And didn't work out. So
that happened to me too.
Yeah, I mean, 99% of us, right?
That's right.
So
what do? You become a broadcaster or a coach because we can't play.
Well, yeah, you just keep your head down and work and work and work, and just like anything else in life, you have your mind on the destination, and you don't know what the path's going to look like, but you just stay consistent and have your end goal in mind, and then once you hit it, then you get another one, and then another one, and another one.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, before we let you go, give us a quick thought about this defensive front you're going to face for Iowa State on Saturday.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. Very disciplined team. Their nose guard is really good. Both their defensive ends are pretty good. Their linebackers, they work together very well. It's a odd front primarily, so it'd be like a 3-3-5 style defense.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll get into 4 down, not as much as 3. They want to hang their hats on that.
Okay.
And it'll be a good test for us, but I feel good and confident about the way that we prepared this week and the way that we're handling odd fronts, especially since our defense is a 4 down. So, you got to have different adjustments for that, because that's not something we see day in, day out.
But we've got to the point that we've seen that up front quite a bit this season. So,
season-wise, yes.
Yeah, we have seen a bunch.
And I think we've handled the call on that pretty well, too.
We have.
Rushing the ball well, protecting the passer very well. So I think we're in the right direction. But by no means we're done.
That's right. Hey, love it. Keep up the good work, all right?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Offensive line coach Gunnar White joining us here for a couple of minutes. Colorado football brought to us by Aflac. Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Visit Aflac.com to learn more. Aforementioned Zy Chrysler is going to join us next as we continue. This is Colorado football from their field. Hey, Buffs fans, get game day ready with the Taco Bell Buffs box. Just $7. You're going to score 4 Taco Bell Classics and a large fountain drink with the collectible cups featuring Juju Lewis, Draylon Miller, Jordan Seaton, and Quentin Gibson. Big flavor, big value, built for Buffs fans. Only a participating Colorado Taco Bell locations. Live Moss. We need to get cups with all you offensive linemen on there.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
That'd be sweet.
All right. Zy Chrysler, offensive lineman, joining us here for the Colorado Buffaloes. How you doing right now?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Got a good work of practice today.
Like it.
Yeah,
like it. Here we're sitting right now, 2-4. We were talking with Coach Prime a little while ago. Not where you guys want to be.
Yes, sir.
Is this locker room all still together, and you feel good about the energy in there?
Yes, sir. We all still together. We still being as one. We're gonna keep pushing one day at a time and keep it try to be 1-0 every week.
Give us your background now. Coach Gunnar White was saying that you guys grew up same area,
yeah,
down in Mississippi.
Coach Gunn stayed the next exit from me.
Okay.
So Terry is right, like literally like 5 minutes away. But my background, I went to Capaya Academy. Out of high school, I went to Mississippi Gulf Coast, and from Mississippi Gulf Coast, I went to Illinois for 3 years. Played at 3 years at Illinois, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why the Buffaloes?
Why not? I mean, I was in the portal. I hit the portal last minute because I got that JUCO year back or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, thank you, Lord, but I got it back, and I mean, Colorado's hit me up, and I was just consistent, and I was like, let me come out here, let me see what it's about, and I liked it, and I came back, and everything just here now.
All right.
I'm here. I'm buff.
So where's the size come from? As big as you are, man. You got to be a big father, big mother,
Yeah,
uncles.
my mom.
Who is it? Where's it come
Yeah,
from?
my mom and my dad pretty tall.
Are they?
Yeah, my mom like 5'9", my dad like 6'3".
Okay, so he's big.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You have siblings as well? You got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got a younger brother and an older sister.
Is the younger brother a big guy as
Yeah,
well?
he pretty big. He didn't get the height, but he's a big, stocky guy. He'll be a guard if you want to play.
So a lot of young guys, they grow up and okay, you want to play football.
Yeah,
all
yes,
right?
sir.
And you know the way it is when you're a kid, okay? Everyone's going to be a quarterback until everyone kind of spreads out a little bit, right? Did you always know you were going to be offensive lineman?
Not at all.
No?
I didn't even like football at first.
Really?
I liked the basketball. I mean,
Okay.
my family is like background about like around basketball.
Okay,
So
now be honest with me. At your size, can you hoop a little bit?
Yeah, I can hoop.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I still got it.
Okay, now let's delve into this. If we get all of you guys along the offensive line on the court,
Go
you
against the
feel good
D-line.
about your chance?
Yeah. Especially
right.
my group.
Okay.
Yeah, we good. We're gonna be good.
All right. So, but the family was a basketball family.
Yeah, yes,
All
sir. And I grew up around there, and we always hoop, playing ball and whatever. But then I got this one coach named Coach Ware.
Okay.
I was in high school. He was like, "Hey man, you can make this the wrong sport you playing. Dog. It's the wrong sport you playing. You too big to be playing basketball."
Sometimes the genetics makes a decision for you, doesn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. He told me you too big for playing basketball, and you can make a lot of money playing football. And I was like, I took it serious, and I'm here today.
And you got a dream of playing in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What does it take to get there? What have you learned from the coaches you've worked for, being around Prime, being around all these Hall of Famers on this staff? What have you learned from those guys where they say, if you want to be there, this is the cost?
You got to stay consistent every day.
Yeah.
Being consistent, putting in your daily deposits, and just don't try not to mess up. When you think about messing up, and you mess up. So as what they tell me, just stay consistent. You stay consistent, you'll be good.
This offensive line's played well, Zach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is it about this group? Is it the physical? Is it the mental? Is it the camaraderie? What is it?
We do a lot of team bonding.
All right.
As an O-line, yeah. Like on Thursday today, we're gonna go do team bonding.
Okay.
Like we all like players one. Like I said, I've been saying all year. Like, as long as we play as one, we all on the same page. It'll look good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So we do a lot of team bonding. We do a lot of film work together, and that's why we showing up on Saturdays.
What do you prefer, pass blocking or run blocking?
That's a great question. I like pass blocking. I like just like him and I like him and people up at the line. You know what I'm saying? I like just sitting there, and I'm like, I know my man not back there, so I like I like leaving people right there at the line.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like run block too. I'm most definitely. I like pulling.
Well, I was going to say, since
I like
one of those interior guys up there,
Yeah,
right?
I like pulling. Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
that's not for the faint of heart to play in the middle of that offensive line.
Yeah, nah, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. Yeah, you got to be ready.
I once had an NFL offensive lineman tell me it's like being when you play in that position up front there, either defense or offense. You're you're in the interior in there.
Yes, sir.
That's like a car crash every Saturday or Sunday.
Every play.
Yeah.
Every play. Good 5 seconds, 5-6 seconds of just every play. Every 60 minutes.
Now you're a young guy, but when you're in the NFL, it might be a better question. But how sore are you on Sunday?
On Sundays?
Yeah.
Whew. I'll be pretty sore. I'll be pretty sore. Yeah, sir. But I do a lot of recovery on Sunday too.
Okay.
And Coach Swayze gonna get us right, stretching and wise and everything. Make sure we're good.
All right.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
what is it with Coach? We're going to talk to Coach Swayze here shortly. He's just off camera right now.
Yes, sir.
What is it about him? Every player I talked to in the preseason brought up Coach Swayze.
Yeah, Coach Swayze got us right over off season, man. He done ran us, man. He put us in, but he got us right, and that's why I say we ran so much. We got bigger. I changed my body, so I dropped weight. I done got bulked up, man. Coach Swayze put us in a great predicament to be where we're in today.
I mean, really impactful the way he's guys. It's kind of an old school approach. Isn't it?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah.
It's great. Eat iron.
Moving
Eat
heavy
iron
weights
every
and
day.
staying in shape.
Yeah, yes, sir.
This offensive line. Who's the biggest personality in that group?
Biggest personnel?
Yeah, personality. Yeah, who's the guy that's the cut up, the always talking? Who's the guy out of this group?
Always talking.
Now you're smiling. Is it you?
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
You're the quiet guy.
I like to get to work. I like to just work. I say C talk a lot. Yeah,
right.
C Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan C. Yeah, he talk pretty much
All right.
a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Just for no reason sometimes, but he be talking though. That's my man.
Well, he's an underclassman, right?
Yeah,
he's a
yes,
young
sir.
fella. They got to learn at some point in time.
Yeah, yes,
Who's
sir.
the funniest guy?
I say the left guard, Xavier Hill.
Xavier Hill?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, cause he's so old. He old. Yeah, old. Yeah.
All right, who's the toughest out of you guys?
We all tough.
Okay,
We
there
all
you
tough.
go.
We some
That-
dogs.
you know what that is? That's an offensive lineman response right there, right?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
One unit. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Big game this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Right. You guys have been hanging right around the edges getting this thing. You got to turn the corner here, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You
We
like this
will.
game?
Yes, sir. We're gonna keep doing what we doing, and it'll be as fun to see on Saturday.
All right. There you go. I
Yes,
like
sir.
that right there. We'll end it on that. Zach, congratulations on the season. Let's keep up the good work. All
Yes,
right?
sir.
All right. Offensive lineman Zach Chrysler joining us. Coming up next, aforementioned Coach Swayze, who's had a great impact on this program. We'll do that after a quick break. This is Colorado Football from Learfield. Generate some food waste on game days, but thanks in part to certified compostable packaging from Boulder-based Eco Products, the dedicated team at Folsom Field is able to turn a lot of that food and packaging. It comes in a compost instead. Eco Products, proud once again to be the official zero-waste partner of the Colorado Buffaloes, and by Aflac. Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Visit Aflac.com to learn more. Back on Buffs Primetime, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Andrew Swayze, the strength coach here at Colorado. Now, that's a position a lot of times that fans don't hear about nor think about. But I've always thought it's the foundation of every good program. And Coach has come on board here. And first off, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, how you liking Colorado? It's a little, you were a Miami guy, so a little different than Miami coming up here.
Yes, a little change, but
Yeah.
I'm loving it, though.
Yeah.
I'm loving the mountains and the look, and I'm excited for the weather change.
Give us kind of your path on how you got here. First off, how you got into strength and conditioning. How did that happen to you ultimately along the road?
Well, I'll tell you, when I graduated, the coaches, I went to Baylor University.
Yeah.
The coaches was always telling me if I don't make it to the National Football League,
Okay.
like, you should strongly consider coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, whatever, I don't know. And then
Those guys work a lot,
yeah,
man. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, at the time. And he was like, no, because, you're a team captain leader.
Yeah.
You had a work ethic, and the guys respond to you. So in this profession, it's about relationships and helping people get to their goals. So
Sure.
I went after that. One of the coaches that used to coach me hired me at Corpus Cove High School.
Okay.
And I coached there in Texas. And for about 2 seasons, I graduated in 95. 97, I was coaching, had took an assistant strength job.
Okay.
One of my friends, Dale Hewlett was the head strength coach there at the time.
Okay.
When he went to Syracuse, offered me the job. He said, a Miami guy, you can relate to these guys. We need somebody in here that can relate
Sure.
to them. So I said, what, it's a good opportunity.
And
to
so
go
you
back
were in
home.
Syracuse?
No, one of my friends, the former head guy was at Syracuse, but
Gotcha.
he was at Miami then.
Gotcha.
And my friend played at Syracuse. That was his strength coach in college.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
then when I got out, he offered me the job. I went and interviewed Butch Davis and them, and he liked me. I did well in the interview, and then they hired me. So I was there as an assistant 97, 98, and then I became the head in 2000.
Okay.
And was there for 2000 to 2015.
Okay. That's an unusual stint in the world of college coaching to be there for 15, 16 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often.
Not at all.
Right, yeah.
Not at all. So, you just got to stay on your P's and Q's
Yeah.
and really just try to help.
So
the
how did
coaches.
you get connected with Coach Prime and end up coming here?
I think coming here, with Edwin James, Reed,
Okay.
former the guys that he know from a mock league that was
Yes.
close to grew up. But Damian Lewis and all them guys that know, said, hey, it might be an opportunity here.
Okay.
And I came down and interviewed for the job, and me and Coach Prime hit off real well.
As Prime and I were talking, because, during the off season, the coaches can't be out there with the guys in large part.
Correct.
And so the strength coach, this position here,
Mm-hmm.
you're the guy that's basically the extension of the head coach, right? I mean,
Correct.
you guys talk about what the vision is, what the process is going to be. And so you're the guy that it's so important for you to be there and kind of set the tone for this team. What do you think is the most important thing about your job in terms of influencing those players?
I meant preparation.
Yeah.
Just like you in the trenches, you getting them guys ready to take hard coaching.
Mm-hmm.
You getting them to be ready to be pushed to unlimited, beyond their limits.
Yeah.
And making them develop mental, emotional toughness, learning how to fight through things and adversity and all that stuff. So a strength coach is it's like boot camp. Like you technically
Sure.
trying to get these guys ready for the coaches so they can execute the plays and things like that. So they get in tip-top shape, for whatever offense. If we want to be a grinding team, we a tempo team, you have to make sure that the players are ready and prepared to be able to be handle that physicality.
What's the toughest thing to develop? Is it the physical strength or the mental strength?
I always think the first thing I start with is mental. So I say mental always because you're going to have some kids with different strengths as far as the physical, but you got some big kids, you got some smaller kids.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I think the mental is the X factor.
Yeah.
Once the mind is right, the body will follow.
Yeah. You train different positions differently?
Yes,
Right.
you got because at the end of the day, with some if I'm gonna pull sleds, I would have my skilled guys go 100 yards with the chains.
I'm not going to run my 300 yards. that's when the 300-pound
Most of them
guys,
couldn't make it anyway.
Yeah, they'll start getting on me. And so I make them push, kind of relative to their position. Yeah, that's when you'll hear an uproar there, and they'll start, like, checking out by then.
One of the great lines in that regard of all time, and I am oh gosh darn it, I'm thinking the head coach in the NFL that wore the cowboy hat all the time. I'm drawing a total blank. Bud Phillips, thank you. Bud Phillips. Bud Phillips wanted to said he had Earl Campbell, right?
Right.
And Earl Campbell didn't make his mile run in time.
Okay, yeah.
And the reporter asked Coach Phillips about him not making. He says, "Well, I tell you what, when it's third down and a mile, I won't put him in." Right? Right.
Makes
because
sense.
you got to understand your
The
position
players,
and what you want for them, right?
100%.
Yeah.
My linemen they got to get used to pushing stuff around. Yeah.
They're not going to run 150 yards out there. They don't need that.
No, not at all.
How much before a season do you sit down with Prime, for example, and say, okay, what's the vision here? What are we trying to accomplish, and then build everything from that?
I mean, my whole base of my program is starting off with our foundation and what we already spoke about, and that's, in all reality, that's how I get the job and why I had a job, because our values match, you know. And so as far as being smart, tough, fast, disciplined, with character is what we want to preach and what we want to install. So I know that. So I use that value throughout the whole process. So I'm preaching that culture because I know I got to be an extension of the coach, and I got to preach what coach is trying to get that philosophy across. So when he do start talking, the guys understand the message. If I'm just doing my own thing, it's not going to work.
Sure.
Like I'm really preparing these guys for the coaches. So it's preparing them for the coaches and also preparing the coaches for the players.
Sure.
So we have a unified team and everything like that.
So you've got a program, but it's got to make sure that it gels with what the coach and meshes with what the coach wants.
100%. If not, you're not going to be on the same page. You couldn't.
What do you do when you've got, now you came into, Travis was on his way up by the time you got here, but when you've got a guy that's a freak of an athlete, where you look and go, my goodness gracious, the genetics there are unbelievable. How do you approach a guy like that? Because they are gifted. So what do you do with them?
Goes back to phase one, what we just talked about.
Yeah.
But mine.
Right?
If you told me this guy is physically talented and all that stuff, what's holding him back?
Okay.
Why we can't be the best in the country? Why we can't be that dominant presence, whatever position you are? So first, he has to know that. Do he know that about himself? So to me, it's like I got to be that mirror for you. I got to let you know and tell you and try to make sure we had a right mindset to be able to dominate and do the things they need to do.
And then they have to understand as well, okay, yes, you're gifted.
Correct.
But that does not make you great.
Yeah, talent ain't enough. Talent ain't enough.
Yeah. I've always said that when you have special, you get a Coach Prime who's a physically gifted and he's mentally tough. Michael Jordan the same way. Those kind of guys, right?
And that's what brag on greatness.
Yeah.
So to me, you have to have the package, a total package.
Yeah. Have you ever had a guy where you got your hands on him as a coach and you thought, I can't believe this is a human because he's so gifted? Who was the guy that you coached who went, that guy is really gifted?
Oh, my God.
Is there somebody?
Yes, Sean Taylor.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
6'2", 230, 232, running 4.33.
You figure
his safety, but he's a normal linebacker.
You figure just don't screw that up, right?
Now, if I mess this up,
that guy's going to make me look good.
Yeah, you got a few like that. Andre Johnson with the frame, 6'2", and these, you have them elite guys like that.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, hey, keep up the good work, because I told you, during camp, every guy I talked to brought up you, so you made a huge impact on these guys.
Well, thank you very much. Well, I'm glad to be a Buff.
There we go. I like it. There's Andrew Swayze, strength coach for the Colorado Buffaloes. The Buffs will take on Iowa State on Saturday. It's a 1:30 game. We hit the air at 11:30 on the network. This is Colorado football from Learfield. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you next week.